everybody, my name is Miss Mish and I am so excited to be spending the next few days with all of you. Even if we're not actually together, it feels like we are. And I'm so excited to be spending this time with you guys, learning all about one of my very favorite instruments, the ukulele. That's right, we're gonna have a really good time, and whether you've never picked up a ukulele before, or maybe you have and you just want to learn a little bit more, there's going to be a little bit of something for all of you. So we're going to have a really good time. But before we jump into learning about the ukulele, I decided it would be really cool if we could learn a little bit about each other, since we're going to be spending so much time together. Now, I know I can't hear from you guys, so I thought maybe I'll just tell you a little bit something about me so you feel like you know me a little bit better. So let's see, what do you need to know? I told you my name is Miss Mish. I have a daughter. Her name is Holly, and she is 1. She'll be 2 this year, but she's 1 now, and she loves listening to the ukulele. What else do you need to know? I really like ice cream. Do you like ice cream? Who doesn't like ice cream, right? I loved summertime. I'm kind of scared of clowns. That's another one. What else? What? You think I talk funny? Yeah, for those of you who haven't met me, you're right, I do talk kind of funny. It's because I have a different accent to you guys, and that means we both speak English, we speak the same language, but I have a different accent because I am from a different country. Can you guess what country I'm from? Did you guess? I can't tell because I can't hear you guys. But if you did guess, I'm going to tell you the answer. I am from a place called South Africa, which is really, really far away, okay? And now when you think of Africa, you might think about wild animals and lions and elephants. And I'll just tell you, we don't have lions and elephants running around in our backyards. But you know what we do get in South Africa in our yards? Monkeys, real live monkeys. In fact, I was talking to my mom just this morning, and she told me that some monkeys broke into her house and started stealing all her food. Check out these pictures. The monkeys got hold of the avocados and some eggs, and they stole them and took a big bite out of them and ran away. So that's life in Africa. But that's just a little bit about me and where I come from and why I talk kind of strange. But the good news is, even though we might say dance and dance differently, and we might say tomato and tomato differently, one word that we all say the same is ukulele. So no confusion there. So let's get started. All right, so let's talk about the different parts of our ukulele. If you look at the very top of your ukulele, this section up here is called the head. It's kind of like a body, okay? We have the head at the top. This long piece over here is called the neck, and this big round piece at the bottom is called the body, okay? Because that's where the most amount of sound is going to come out. And then if you look along the neck, you'll notice that there are these little lines going down, and as we get closer to the body, they get closer and closer together. These lines are called frets, okay? F-R-E-T. And frets are actually super important because, as you'll see as we go, frets help us to know where to put our fingers. Because if there were no frets here, it would just be one long neck with no spacing. We'd have no idea how to space our fingers out. So that's what those frets are for. And then the last thing we need to talk about is, of course, the strings. How many strings do you see on your ukulele? Mine has 4. If your ukulele has less or more than 4 strings, you might need to get a different ukulele because I only know how to play a ukulele with 4 strings. All right, now you may have noticed one more section that I didn't point out just yet. It's these little guys at the top, the tuning knobs, okay? These guys are super important. And we might think, oh, maybe I just don't touch those. Maybe I just wind them up and down. I don't know. These are super important because these make sure that our strings are in tune. And what that means is I have my top string here. And watch what happens when I turn this tuning knob at the top. Did you hear it go down? What if I turn it the other way? It goes up. So these are in charge of making the strings, the sound of the strings, go down or go up. Now we can't just choose whichever one we think sounds the best. Each string actually has a specific sound it's supposed to make, and they each have a very special name. So before I teach you how to tune your ukulele, let's talk about the names of the strings. We have G, C, E, A. I'll do it up here so you can see my finger. My first string or my top string, G, C, E, A. Can you do that with me? Play each string, and as you do it, say the name of the string. Ready? G, C, E, A. Those are the names of the strings. Now, it would be a lot easier if they were called A, B, C, D, right? Because then it's just like the alphabet, but they're not. It's G, C, E, A. So I was trying to think, what's an easy way to remember the order of the strings? And I, for some reason, always think golden, cats, eat, ants. I know it doesn't make sense. I know it's not accurate, but for some reason, it helps me remember. So golden for G, cats, C, eat, E, ants, A. G, C, E, A. And the reason it's important to remember those strings is because now I'm going to teach you guys how to tune your ukulele so that when we start playing together, your chords sound just perfect. Okay? Now there are many different ways to tune a ukulele. I'm going to teach you guys by tuning using an app. Okay? Because if you guys have, maybe not you, but maybe your parents or someone around you has a cell phone, an iPad, a computer, anything like that, you can go onto the App Store and you can download a tuning app, or honestly, even on the internet, you could just Google, go online, go on the internet and Google ukulele tuning. Okay, and that's going to bring up something for you to help you tune your ukulele. Now, I'm going to teach you guys using an app because that's what I have on my iPad here. And it's going to look a little bit different for everybody, but once you're in the app and once you have your tuner up there, they're all going to work the same. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the app that I use is called Tune for Ukulele. And the little icon, when I look on my iPad, the little icon looks like this. You see that guy right there? So that's what the icon looks for mine. So I'll tell you again, it's called Tune for Ukulele. And I'm actually going to record my screen right now so that you guys can see what it looks like when I go into the app. So I'm going to head into the app right now. And I'm going to click at the bottom where it says Tuner. Okay, and you'll notice it shows me a picture of the head of the ukulele, and it's got G, C, E, and A, and it's showing you which knobs to turn to make each string change. So the first one, the very top string I'm going to do is, of course, G. So when I hit my G string, which is my very top string on the ukulele, let's see what happens. I'm holding it nice and close to my iPad. Let's see what happens. Let's try that again. Oh, do you see how that red light shows up and it's all the way to the left? I want it to be right in the middle. So if it's to the left, that means I'm going to have to tune my G string to go higher, which means I'm going to turn the knob to the left. It's getting better, it's getting better. Let's keep going, nice and slowly. Do you see how it hit that green? That's exactly where we want it. That means it's in the exact right place. All right, let's try the same thing with the C. Oh, the C was pretty close. C is good to go. What about the E? Let's try the E. That's my third string down. Whoa, do you see how that one's all the way to the right? That means it's too sharp or it's too high, which means I'm gonna have to turn that string down to get it to the green in the middle. There we go. Oh. Perfect. And lastly, my high string, A. Pretty close. Now let's go ahead and listen to all 4 of those strings. Perfect. We're ready to play. Okay, so just for a second, let's put our ukuleles down, nice and gentle, because we need to get our fingers warmed up and ready. Now, if you guys have been watching any other videos from our Kaleo Arts page, you will notice that no matter whether you're singing, dancing, acting, no matter what you're doing, it all involves our bodies, which means we always have to get our bodies and our muscles warmed up and loose and ready to go. So I don't know about you guys, but today my hands are freezing and I can't play instruments really well when my hands are cold. So I'm gonna get them nice and warmed up. So do this with me. Get all those fingers up there and let's wiggle them, wiggle them, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle them high, wiggle them low. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Now let's do some circles with our wrists because wrists are super important with playing the ukulele. And let's do them the other way. All right, now let's make some starbursts with our fingers. Flick them out as hard as you can. Pretend you got a whole bunch of water on your hands and you're trying to get it off. Water, water, however you say it, doesn't matter. We all say ukulele the same. Okay, flick it out, flick it out. Shake your hands, shake your hands. All right, you feel ready? My fingers are a little bit warmer. Okay, pick up your ukulele again. Now, usually I like to stand when I'm singing or playing or really doing anything because it makes it easier to move around. But with the ukulele, the best position is to sit. And here's why. I'm going to show you how the proper way to hold your ukulele. So sitting in a chair where your feet are touching the ground. I'm in a wheelie chair so I can move back and forth like this. See, I can get really close. Oh, or I can get really far. Or I can spin around. Anyways, you don't have to be in a wheelie chair. It's just really fun. But I'm going to move back a little bit so that you can see me. And what you want to do is you want to rest this part of the ukulele on top of your leg. Your neck of the ukulele should be in your left hand. So now I know we're mirrored because I'm on the screen, but show me your left hand. That's the part that's going to hold your neck and it's the part that's going to play your chords. Your body of your ukulele is resting on your leg, which means your right hand, excuse me, show me your right hand. There you go. That's going to rest on the top of the ukulele. So that means our hand is right over the hole, and that's where we're going to strum so that all of the sound can come out. Let's try that again. Hold the ukulele up, and let's see if you can get it back into position. Left hand holds the neck, body rests on the leg, forearm rests on the ukulele, and our wrist is nice and loose, ready to strum. Now, when we start strumming, which by the way, the word strum just means when we play all the strings at the same time. We're not going to move our whole our whole arm like this, okay? We just want to move our wrist. So do you see how my arm is staying still, but my wrist is moving up and down? That's what we're going to do. So let's give that a try. Don't worry about this hand making any chords. You can just rest it there for now. Leave all the strings open and just try with your thumb. Just your wrist should be moving. Your arm should be staying nice and still. Are you guys strumming with me? Try it. Very good. And stop. Good job. So I'm going to come a little bit close now so that you guys can see my fingers on my rolly chair. So now that you guys know how to hold the ukulele, we can talk about some words. We've already learned about strum, which is playing all the strings together. Now I'm going to teach you about a word called chords. Now a chord is when you play more than one note at the same time. So we already talked about how our strings are G, C, E, A, but when we play the ukulele, we very seldomly just play one string at a time. We're usually playing all the strings at the same time, which means we're going to have to make different shapes up here with our fingers to change the sound. Okay, so here's what I mean by that. Are you ready to learn your first chord? I said, are you ready to learn your first chord? Okay, here we go. We are going to first learn about the C chord. And this is why. To be honest, the C chord is really easy to play. Okay, so I'm making sure I'm holding my ukulele right. I'm going to use my middle finger on my left hand. Show me your middle finger on your left hand. And I'm going to put it on the 3rd fret. Now remember we spoke about that word fret earlier? This space in the very beginning, this block is our 1st fret. This block is our 2nd fret. This block is our 3rd fret. So middle finger in your left hand, 3rd fret, but I'm only going to hold down the very bottom string, which is A. Good job. But now when I hold it down and I strum all of my strings together, it makes a C chord. That is a C chord. Doesn't it sound beautiful? La. Try it with me. 3rd finger. 1, 2, 3. 3rd fret. Holding down the very bottom string, which is A. And in case you're doing this and you're not sure how to push it down, notice how my thumb is at the back of the ukulele, and that's how I'm pushing against it to hold that string down. That's why I can push it down nice and hard. Because if I don't push it down, it doesn't quite sound right. But if I push it down nice and hard, I get a beautiful C chord. So let's do that together. Ready? Find your C. I'll give you a minute. And let's just at the same time all together strum the C chord 8 times. Okay, I'll count it out for us. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you find it? Did it feel good? Does it sound like a C? Good. Let's try it again. See if you can take your hand off. And let's see this time if you can find the C chord without my help. I'll take mine out of the picture so you can't see. I'll give you a minute to find it. All right, so you should have taken your 3rd or your middle finger, found your 3rd fret, gone to your bottom note, your A, your bottom string, pushing it down nice and hard, and then taking your thumb. Let's do 8 strums together again. You ready? 1, 2, ready, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You guys have learned your very first chord, which means we are well on our way to our very first song. But we can't just have one chord in a song. We're going to have to learn another one. But guess what? You guys are doing so good. I believe you can do it. Everybody take a deep breath in and let it out. You guys still with me? You ready for another chord? I thought so. The second chord we're going to learn today is the F chord. Okay? Now with C, we only had to push down one string. Pretty easy, huh? With our F chord, we're going to be pushing down 2 strings, okay? But don't worry, we'll take it nice and slow. I'm gonna come nice and close so you can see. For F, the very first string I'm going to push down is found in my 1st fret. Remember, this is our 1st fret. And it is my 3rd string down. So 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna use my pointer finger to push down on that string. And then the 2nd string I'm going to hold down is going to be in my 2nd fret, which is the one right next to it. And it's going to be the top string. Okay, so I'm holding down 3rd string down, and in my 2nd fret, the 1st string. So let me hold this up here so you guys can all see what I'm doing. You see that? I'm holding down my top string and my 3rd string. Now I'm pushing them down nice and hard. Let's see how it sounds. Ooh, sounds good, huh? That is our F. Why don't you see if you can do it? See if you can make an F with me. Remember? 1st fret, 3rd string down, 2nd fret, 1st string. Does it sound kind of like mine? If it doesn't, you can pause. I'm going to put this up here and you can pause the video and look at this picture, and that should help you see if you're putting your fingers in the right spot. If it does sound like that, let's play it together. So in our F position, we're going to do just like we did with C. We're going to do 8 strums on F. You ready? Here we go. 1, I'll count us in. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Let's see if you can take your hand off, and let's see if you can find F again all by yourself. Okay, give it a strum. Does it sound like this? If it does, you did it right. Okay, if you need help, remember 1st fret, 3rd string down, 2nd fret, 1st string. Yeah? Let's do 8 again. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, sound good? All right, let's take a quick break. I'm just kidding, no time for breaks. We must keep moving. All right, now we're gonna put those 2 chords together and make what's called a chord progression, which basically means when we play 2 chords after each other in a different pattern or in the same pattern. So we're gonna do 8 strums on our C chord. Do you remember what our C looked like? And then we're gonna do 8 on our F, okay? Let me show you first how it's gonna look. 8 on C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, change to F, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, F, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Think you can join me? All right, now if you need a little bit of time when you do the change to the F, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna keep playing and you guys can just join me when you're there. Okay, starting on C. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to C. 6, 7, 8, F. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, now if you guys are comfortable, we are ready to learn our first song. I know, with just 2 chords, we can sing a song. If you still feel like you need a little bit of time to practice the C and the F, just click pause on the video, practice your C and F, and once you're really comfortable with C and F, then you can click play and I'm going to teach you a song. Okay? All right, but if you're ready to go, we are going to learn a song called You Are My Sunshine. This is a really easy song and hopefully a lot of you guys know it. If you don't, that's okay. You get to learn new chords and a new song today. But this song only needs 2 chords, and guess what those chords are? C and F. Amazing when a plan works out like that. Okay, I'm gonna play it for you really quick so you can get the idea of what it's gonna look like, and then I'm gonna have you guys join in with me. Okay, so it's gonna look like this. I'm gonna start on my C. And I actually only start playing on the word sun for sunshine, okay? This is what I mean. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Pretty cool, huh? Have you guys heard that song before? No worries if you haven't. The lyrics are really easy, and I've actually attached the lyrics and chords to this video in a Google Doc. So if you want to be able to go pull it up on your computer or print it out even, you're going to be able to do that, okay? I'll tell you about that later. So we're going to start on our C. Find your C, and we're going to play C 8 times. For you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Okay, I'll go first. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Ready? Your turn. Do it with me. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Good. Now we're going to turn to our F. I'll go first. You make me happy when skies are... So this time it's only 4. Only 4 on F. Okay, do it with me. Ready? You make me happy when skies are... And then for gray, we're going to go back to our C. Gray. And only 4 on C. Try that with me. Just gray. Gray. Should we try go from the beginning up to gray? I don't know why I'm asking you. I can't hear you. We're just gonna do it, okay? You're my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Feel good? Remember, you can rewind and keep practicing if you feel like you need to. If you're ready to learn the rest of the song, let's do it. What's going to happen? We're going to go back to our F, and we're going to do, you'll never know, dear, how much I... So only 4 strums on that F. Try it with me. You'll never know, dear, how much I... Good. Then it's back to the C. I'll go first. Love you. You want to try that with me? Just love you on C. Love you. And then the very last bit of the song is going to be, please don't take my sunshine away. So it'll be 2 strums on C, 2 strums on F, 4 to end on C. Watch it one more time. Please don't take my sunshine away. 3, 4. Try that with me, the very end. Please don't take. 1, 2, 3. Please don't take my sunshine away. And that's it. That's the whole song. Let's try do it all together one more time from the beginning of the song to the end. And then, like I said, if you need more time to practice, you can always pause, rewind, and try it again. But let's try from the top to the bottom. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Good job, you guys. I'm super proud of you. Super, super proud of you. You learned a new instrument today, and there's so much more for us to do. I just cannot wait. So here's the deal. At the end of every lesson that we're going to do together this week, I'm going to give you guys a couple challenges. Your challenges for this week are, number 1, Practice You Are My Sunshine. Now, if you need a little bit of help with that, remember you can always go back and watch me teach it on this video, or you can go below in the comments. There's going to be a link to a Google Doc, which is going to have the lyrics, which is the words for You Are My Sunshine. And above every word, it's going to show you the chords. So it'll say C, F, C, F, and it'll tell you which words to change from C to F. It's called a chord sheet or a chord chart, okay? So you guys can check that out. Your second challenge is, I want you to come up with a name for your super awesome ukulele band. Even if it's just you in it, it still needs a name, because every amazing band needs an amazing name. So practice You Are My Sunshine, come up with an amazing band name, and I cannot wait to hear your ukulele band names. It's gonna be amazing. Come back next time for day 2, Ukulele with Miss Mish, because we have so many more chords, so many more songs to learn. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. Thank you for tuning in, you guys. You're all awesome. Have an amazing day. Mwah.